Alright, this is what I think about Madden. I don't think it's got anything to do with John. I think it's geared for men who have, I don't know, ADD. Now, why would I say that? Because this isn't simulation football. This is football for people who only watch highlights, people that don't watch a full game, that just watch clips and bits on SportsCenter. This is a catch David Tyree made in the Super Bowl. One of the most clutch catches ever. This is going to be a catch in a game that people talk about long after most people that watch this video today or tomorrow or this week are dead. This is the impact this game had on the NFL, this catch that set up the Patriots' undefeated season going away. And yeah, you can talk about the great escape all you want, but a lot of people always refer to this as the catch. Not that it was as good as Dwight Clark's, but because of the circumstance it played out. This is something you don't see again. Look at how these two go up for the ball. Tyree uses the helmet to secure the ball. He lands on Harrison in such a way where the ball can't get jarred loose by the ground. This is a 1 in a million catch. In Madden, if it's in the game, they think it's in the game. So what do? Well, they put it in the game so that any receiver can go have this clumsy-ass animation that actually looks pretty decent get replicated on the field. But that's not sim football. That's football for people who only know highlights. So here we go, another example. This is Ed Reed. This is a game that really goes down in NFL lore. This is a 108-yard NFL, at the time, record on an interception return. This is Ed Reed being a playmaker. Ed Reed will go down as one of the best safeties in terms of being a playmaker ever. There's just no two ways around it, even if he retires this year, or if he retired this year, depending on when you're watching this. So there's some things Ed Reed does that frustrate a lot of people, but only really Ed Reed does them, because really only Ed Reed can play like this. You should never let your talent override your technique, but Ed Reed chooses to do so. And you know what? I can't really blame him. If you can make plays like this, if you can bait a guy like Kevin Cobb into throwing a pass and then jumping the route, I mean, let's just take a look at how beautiful this is. He's going to drop back, and he is going to bait him and jump this route. If you don't time that right, that's a touchdown. Now, this is just Ed Reed, being elusive, being explosive, being powerful. But at the end, again, you're going to see something else that has Ed Reed being Ed Reed. Ball low to the ground like it's a loaf of bread, prime for a fumble. Believe me, it's happened. I'm a Colts fan. I've seen it. So, this is Ray Lewis talking to Ed Reed. This is Madden. This is Terrence Newman. This is Terrence Newman running with the ball like it's a loaf of bread. Because it's not designed for simulation football. It's designed for highlight football. ADD football. That's what you're getting with Madden. So, this is what started it all. This is Tim Tebow. This is not a Tim Tebow power run. This is a whole bunch of guys that are tired on a defense that don't want to tackle. 4 guys, bad angles, poor tackling, bad execution. Cut and dry. Period. Yet Madden sees this, it's got to be in the game. Now ask Jamarcus Ruskell, ask Ryan Leaf if the speed of the game changes. Ask a lot of running backs, maybe like Lawrence Phillips, if the speed of the game changes. Look at this ice skating down the field, everybody half circle in unison. I don't even know how that's a touchdown. I think his knee was down well before. But again, if you watch highlights, then this is football to you. I mean, we're trucking guys, we're breaking tackles, we've got guys bouncing off each other, we're running into the end zone. Does it look vaguely similar to the college highlight? Yes. But you know what? The NFL isn't college. Period. Cut and dry. So, if you were going to be EA Sports, you wanted assistance with your game, you wanted to get some help, who do you go to? Do you go to me? Now, who knows? Do you go to Apex? He kind of started it all. Do you go to Versus, kind of the new guy, flash in the pan? Do you go to Azure Effect? Do you go to a guy like, I don't know, Sim Football Critic? Maybe you go to somebody like Brozales. Maybe you go to somebody like, I don't know, True Blue Titan. What about, let's see, what about Smitty? Maybe you go to him. How about NYPH1? Now, you know who you go to? You go to a guy named Go Madden. You're probably saying, who the fuck is Go Madden? Well, Go Madden is a YouTube channel that this guy put up. Doesn't really have a lot of subscribers, doesn't really have a lot of vids in, comparison to everybody else I just showed you. But you know what he does have? He has a website. And on this website, he sells Madden tutorials or Madden cheats. And this is the intro to his video, one of the ones he gives away for free, where he shows you how to get your stick skills up. Go Madden. Okay, so this is called Stick It To 'em, and they're going to show you how you can manipulate the controls to make kind of this broken, spin animation, where really the issue becomes not that you're better than anyone else, it's that the game and its animations is limited in terms of how it can interact with this kind of broken spin. And he's going to show you what you have to do with the controller in terms of how to manipulate it here. Slows this down. Now, they're going to show you some close-ups of this, and to me, again, this isn't sim football. This is what Madden gives you, though. You can see in the open field, it's a move that I could maybe see Barry Sanders do, but it's also a move that I could see destroying MCLs, ACLs, hamstrings, and here you see right there. Once you get guys pursuing you, and you do this rapid backwards change of direction at full speed, clearly no one's going to be able to tackle you, obviously, in the open field. Not that Adrian Peterson needs help to make somebody miss a tackle. You can just see the animation doesn't know how to react. And then they're going to show it from another angle. The animations just don't know what to do. You see, Dante Hughes there really doesn't lose speed. And of course he says it's not about money plays, it's about learning how to exploit people, whatever. That video is exploiting the game. So anyway, who gets the exclusive Madden interview? Who gets the exclusive Ian Cummings interview? That's right, GoMadden.com. Now, what Ian Cummings says in this interview is very interesting. He first off comes out and says that the actual real possibility of 22 players colliding all at the same time in a big pile could happen. I'm not sure I've ever seen all 22 players, every offensive and defensive player, collide in a play, even on goal line runs. And he says that, the hardware for the PS3 and the Xbox 360 would have a hard time computing that amount of information, but he agrees that physics is a core part of football, and they won't ignore it in terms of gameplay. He also says things like locomotion, ball physics, AI, and general animation quality in general are also major pieces of the puzzle. And I quote, he says, "It isn't wise to try to build a game solely around physics." Who could that be a cheap shot out of? Geez, I'm not sure. And then he goes on to say that all of the fundamentals are just as important as we, referring to EA, won't lose sight of that as we push to create the ultimate NFL simulation. Again, they're referring to their product as a simulation. He also goes on to say that live broadcast is definitely a cool feature and something like that would work in the Madden franchise, but they always try to use data to help them make their decisions. And if live broadcasts were received well and also used often, that it might affect the priority of which they would try to implement something similar into Madden. I don't know one person who has said live broadcast is bad. I personally don't think it's bad at all. So the fact that they're sitting there and saying, we're going to go out and we're going to use this data, where are they going to collect this data from? Sales of other games that have live broadcast? Are they going to read reviews of other games that have live broadcast and only then implement it into the game? I mean, honestly, where are we marketing this game towards? I mean, where are we collecting this data? Why aren't we really making a push? And more importantly, after all I've showed you, are we really trying to create, in their own minds, quote, the ultimate NFL simulation? I don't think they are. I think they're trying to simulate highlight football. Football that somebody who wants to put in the game for 5 minutes to play will love. Something that an 8-year-old can pick up and play and pretend to be Brett Favre and throw 90-yard touchdown bombs left and right. And who cares if they get intercepted? There's no room for NFL simulation and what you guys are putting into a product. So in closing, I'm going to let, I'm going to let Jack and Tom sum up how I feel about this video. Now, anybody who wants to make a retort or video, you know what, feel free. But make it about the content of the video, not what you feel about me personally, because I really don't care, and I really don't think you have anything to say about this anyway.
I'll answer the question. You want answers?
I think I'm entitled.
You want answers?
I want the truth!
You can't handle the truth!